Back half of September now, but it still feels like the end of July with temps still soaring as fall inches closer. It is our top story tonight on Local 4 News at 10. We've knocked our temps back a little bit from earlier this week, but it's still been a hot one out there. And Kit Cloninger joins us now with how this recent heat ties into our warming climate right here in Nebraska. Kit?
Spencer, as we head into fall, our average highs begin trending down from the mid-80s of summer to the mid-70s now. And with 1 week of warm temperatures, it might not be directly due to climate change, but the local trend over the past few decades does reflect the trend worldwide. Tuesday morning's low temperatures tied the record for warmest low at 72 degrees. Normal lows around this time of year should be in the low 50s. Our highs earlier this week were in the low 90s, which isn't unheard of, but as the seasons get warmer, we do see 90s occurring later and in the fall. In 1970, their 30-year average of 90-degree temperatures was around September 16th, but now it's about 3 days later on the 19th. But let's look at some recent data that shows this trend since we're talking about our morning lows. Over the past 45 to 50 years, this data is from North Platte, we've seen the low temperatures increasing about 2.5 degrees, so it's getting warmer for the North Platte area. But looking at Lincoln, it's an interesting case. From the data, there isn't as drastic of an increase, although it is just slightly positive, so this shows that not everywhere is as dramatic of an increase. But nearby in Omaha, they've got an increase of around 2.2 degrees since 1970. So where does all these numbers come from? Well, the Climate Central is where I've gotten these graphics, and they get their data from the National Centers for Environmental Information, who collects hundreds of data across all of the country. But you can sum up the U.S. in just 244 cities nationally. Now, 95% of all of these cities are warming, with over half of them still 2 degrees above average. But these aren't just felt here in the United States. This is something which has impacts felt around the world, many places more drastically than in our own backyards here in Nebraska. Now, climate is long-term trends felt over decades and years, but whatever's happened recently, let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Jones, who has more a look on our short-term conditions.